Hey everyone, Rick here, and kind of a funny story behind this one. About a year and a half, 2 years ago, I heard that WizKids was going to be putting out a series of miniatures corresponding to the various token creatures in Magic the Gathering. And I thought, what a fantastic idea. I would love to collect these. Basically, everything in this release would be fantastic to have in bulk. So, you know, for a pre-painted miniature connoisseur like me, this was a dream come true. And I waited for them to be released, waited. Just within the past couple months, thought about it again. I was like, I wonder whatever happened to that idea. Well, come to find out, these have been released now for about a year and a half. I have no clue where I was, living under a rock apparently. But you know what? Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I missed out on the release, because now in the secondary market, you can get a box full of these figures for basically $1 and change per figure. On eBay right now, there's at least a couple sellers that are selling boxes of these for, you know, $39 and free shipping. It's insane. There's 24 figures in here. That's $1 and change a fig. Now, there's 28 figures in total in this release, and they're all blind. They're all in, you know, packs that you have no clue what you're going to get. And of course, that means we're going to have to buy a lot of these. Now, maybe, you know, not this many, but if you want a chance at getting what you want, and plus the fact that these figures are going to be fantastic in bulk, no matter which ones you end up pulling. Of course, I had to do like I do and probably overdo it, but you know what? That is okay. We are here today to open an entire box, which again is 24 figures. Can't wait to see what we're gonna get. Let's go ahead and crack this guy open. And I only plan on filming one of these box openings, so if this ends up being something you're interested in, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll open some more of these on camera as well. So let's see how easy this is to pop open. So here we go. Again, this is Magic the Gathering Creature Forge Overwhelming Swarm, put out by our buddies over at WizKids. And again, this was released like in June 2018. Absolutely insane. All right, but here we go. This is what a standard pack looks like. Each pack contains one token figure. These are blind little booster packs, one figure in each. You do not, and that's the big deal here, you do not get the corresponding token card. Feels like there's a plastic insert in here to probably keep the figure from getting smashed. But alright, this is pack number 1. I don't know what the best way to open these is, so hopefully we don't struggle too much. Alright folks, figure number 1. And this is literally it. It's just going to be a figure, nothing else. Just the insert and the little token. And actually, it's in this little, I know, I'm going crazy over the packaging here because this is fantastic. You have this, I play board games too, and little token dishes are awesome. And this is just a handsome little package here. Wow. All right. Anyway, moving on to actually what's important. We have treasure. Now, I thought I was familiar with, you know, the ins and outs of Magic the Gathering. I don't recall a treasure token. I don't know if it's something more recent or what. But this, especially for the uses that I intend to, you know, use these figures for, which is role-playing games and miniature skirmish games and whatnot, this is fantastic. A little pre-painted treasure chest with gems and gold in there. The chest itself looks absolutely excellent, and all of these tokens are going to have the Magic the Gathering iconology and iconography and whatnot. And then it'll have the number out of 28. So there are 28 different figures in here. Again, that's 2018, folks. That's right. Okay, so our first one is a treasure chest. That's actually very, very cool. I am enjoying that quite a bit. What are we actually looking for here? I did take a cursory glance at what we could potentially get. I want a lot of soldiers, for sure. Soldiers and, gosh, I don't know. I'd like to have more of those treasure chests. All right, pack number 2 of 24. So definitely don't get that confused. There's 28 total figures in the line. This is only going to have 24 figures in it, however. All right, our next figure is a golem. And if they have stats, they're also going to be written on the base. So, for example, a golem token in Magic the Gathering apparently is 3 power, 3 toughness. And he's pretty cool. He definitely looks like some kind of metallic golem. And he does have some color there in his mouth and eyes. All right, good stuff. Moving on. And if we get duplicates of anything, we'll kind of go through those a little faster, just for the sake of time. Next up, we have... what is that? An insect. Just simply an insect. And it even has the abilities written on it, which is pretty cool. So it has flying and haste, and it's a 1/1. And I'm not going to go over all the stats either. It's just these first couple's kind of cool to see the different things that they have on there. But again, just from a role-playing game, or, you know, just any game that will require miniatures, just the fact that it has, the set has these unique figures, just in your typical miniature catalog, you know, the collections of miniatures you have at home. How many insects do you have? So that's exactly what I'm looking for in this kind of a set, is just these kind of unique figures that I don't have yet in my collection. Ooh, here's one that I was excited for as well. This guy is a pirate. I've never even heard of the menace ability, but a pirate, isn't that awesome? So again, you know, this is fantastic as a character figure or an NPC. So now you can stock your harbors and whatnot up with a pirate, pre-painted. Oh, that is fantastic. I'm going to move this off to the side just because I think it's stealing some of the focus. All right. And we have our first duplicate ASAP. Our harbor is going to be stocked and ready with all of these pirates. You can never have too many pirates, right? Just a gang of pirates on a ship. That would actually be kind of cool. So that is very neat. All right, and this is pack number 5. Ooh, and here we go. Now, this is going to be interesting to try to incorporate into like a role-playing game or whatever scenario. You can use it as any kind of a monster you want. But in, of course, the Magic the Gathering world, this is one of the legendary sliver creatures, which is a very cool alien-esque in appearance and would make for a very nifty character or figure in your dungeon. Pack number 6, and we are 1/4 of the way through this pack, and I love this. Is this not amazing? A plant. Simply put, a plant. And you can see just the wood work and the vegetation growing out of it. It's these kind of uncommon, just bizarre figures that I just absolutely love. All right, so that was a plant. Then we have some kind of crazy looking guy here. Oh my gosh, this is another one that I absolutely want hordes of. A goblin. Are you kidding me? This is absolutely fantastic. And I don't know if you noticed, the bases correspond to the color of the Magic the Gathering cards. So for example, green mana and red mana. So like, you know, forests, mountains. That's just awesome the way they did that. But yeah, goblin. So this goblin looks pretty darn cool. He's got some kind of tribal elements to him. He has obviously a skull hat on, helmet, elk, or a, something with antlers and a spear. So yeah, more goblins. That would be awesome. Wow, this is a big guy. And see, this is another guy that I would love to just have a few of. And this is a worm. So not just a generic snake, but one of Magic the Gathering's worms. And my gosh, hopefully you can focus on all those rows of teeth. That thing is absolutely hideous and monstrous too. I mean, in comparison to the goblin, this guy is pretty big. That is fantastic, and kind of a heavy figure too. All right, this is pack number 8, and then we will be 1/3 of the way through the box. And oh, finally, look how majestic. It is a soldier. Oh, heck yes. Just a generic soldier figure, even though he doesn't look that generic, does he? He looks very regal in his shining silver and gold armor, large sword. Fantastic. Yep, definitely want more of these guys. They will come in handy as NPC guards, knights, things like that, or just one-off as a character. I mean, my gosh, if you were like playing a paladin or a fighter, would you not love this figure for that? That is awesome. All right. Actually, that was number 9. Is that number 9? Here's number 10, and this is another guy that I would love to have multiples of. A rat. That's right. Death Touch is the ability. That's actually kind of a good name. So if you have a pet rat, name it Death Touch. That's fantastic. All right, so this rat, I mean, just have a bunch of these. You're going to need them in any role-playing game. There's going to be rats. And I have some very monstrous rat-looking miniatures, but just the fact that these guys are, generic and small, oh, I want a horde of those. It's looking like getting 6 cases was absolutely the right idea. Oh my gosh, look at her. How absolutely gorgeous. She is an angel, quite literally an angel. And this is a fantastic creature. Good Lord, look at that face work. You can easily make out the eyes, the lips. It is just a beautiful figure all the way around. Fantastic. All right. Is this number 10? No, we've actually blown past 10. This is number 12. And this is something you might find down on the farm. Just pretty simply a beast. Maybe just out in the wild. It's kind of a crazy looking creature. Kind of half goat, half bear or something like that. But just simply put a beast. And yes, absolutely a necessity in your figure collection. So that was halfway. That was 12. Here is number 13, and fantastic, we have another insect. Translucent wings, little insect-like body, and now our insect swarm. Oh, come on and focus. There we go. Our insect swarm is growing. Next up, our garden is also growing, folks. We have another plant. Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, that's right. So what are you going to do when you stumble across these plants? Are you going to stop and smell the flowers? Because that could be hazardous to your health. Next up, Ooh, a unique figure. Unique as in one we have not yet pulled, and this is a Drake. Oh, that's fantastic. A Drake. A lizard with wings. Awesome. Very cool looking figure. Again, I would not be upset to have multiples of any of these. That's what makes this so fantastic. Next, and speaking of wanting multiples of something, here is a zombie. Oh yeah, we're going to need a few of these guys. And I mean, even if you already have zombies and spiders and snakes in your figure collection, multiple poses is absolutely a necessity to have variety, just visual appeal. So no, I don't have any zombies that look like this. So yeah, absolutely I have zombies. And now I have a variety of poses, paint jobs, sculpts. It's awesome. You know, the sad thing is I haven't heard anything about a follow-up to this set. A Creature Forge 2. So I hope they didn't give up on this, because I'd love to see more. And another treasure chest. Oh, that's fantastic. You know what? I have been off by one this entire time because I tossed this aside earlier. And it wasn't in my pile that I was counting. But now we have 2 treasure chests. And what does that bring us to? 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, that means there should be 6 more in here. And I am loving everything that we've got so far. And another figure we haven't gotten yet, and it is simply a bird. Just a white winged bird. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yellow beak. Gonna want a few of these, even just for ambiance. Just stick him on the top of a house or a castle or a turret. Just stick him up there in your diorama or your scenic display or your town that the adventurer is about to stop in. Or you want to send a note, use it as a carrier pigeon. Ooh, now this thing looks creepy. What is this? Just simply called a spirit. Ooh, my gosh, look at that. Looks like you could use this in any number of ways, as a ghost, as a lich, as a banshee, as some kind of arcane mage, sorceress, whatever, because that is one freaking awesome looking figure, is that not? Oh, hell yeah. I am loving that. And next up, we have one of the weirder looking things. Again, this is a magic specialty, a saproling. So just kind of some creature made up of vegetation or something. I don't know the lore behind the saprolings, but it obviously is growing fungus from its spine. Very cool figure. Awesome. A bear. Absolutely. And again, even if you have bear figures, here's a new style, a new pose for you. And surely in the wilderness, you're going to come across a bear or two. Next up is another little guy, a fairy rogue. Oh, that is fantastic. So you could even use that as your character figure if you play a fairy race figure. And so there you go, pre-painted fairy rogue right out of the box and ready to be played with. Ooh, here we go. Love this. This is a spider. And again, even if you have spiders already in your collection, look at those teeth. Oh my gosh, here is another pose for you. And gosh, look at the green paintwork on there. Just looks sticky and slimy. Big bulbous thorax. Love it. And that is it folks. I know it kind of came up to the end there without warning, but that is absolutely, look at this pile of trash and look at the rewards. Here we go. This is the 24 figures we pulled out of box 1 of Magic the Gathering Creature Forge Overwhelming Swarm from our friends at Wizards of the Coast and WizKids. Folks, this is fantastic. These figures are awesome. I cannot wait to crack open more. Again, if you actually want to see me crack open more, just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will just do that in the privacy of my own home. All right, thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.